What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Verdependent podcast, where we depend on the Verde Black for our everyday vibes. This week, we're recapping Austin's most recent results against New England and LA Galaxy, previewing the All-Star action here in the ATX, and our road trip down to DC, before closing out the episode with a stoppage time rundown of the hottest Austin FC, MLS, and World Footy storylines of the past week. I'm Paul Fletes.
And I'm Logan Bartlett. And I'm going to co-op the podcast for a second because it's your motherfucking birthday, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Hey, for everybody, the listener, we're a day past. This will come out 2 days after the actual day. But it was Paul's birthday this week. And he turns 32.
Oh, you didn't have to say that part, but yeah.
He flew out of the sky from 14,000 feet at 120 miles per hour to
That's
celebrate.
it.
So that was a choice, and I think it's cool that he did that, and that's badass. So text him, tell him happy birthday. Happy birthday, dude.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Well, shall we get on with the podcast,
Yeah,
bro?
we can talk
the vibes
soccer,
are feeling
dude.
good. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 points on my birthday, dog.
Facts.
That's better than an Open Cup tie. I'll tell you that. Or not an Open Cup, Copa Tejas tie.
Yes, and better than a blowout at San Diego.
Yeah. That's fair. Anyway, well, why don't you kick it off with us, or with a preheated take, and we'll keep it moving.
Yeah. So my preheated take. So we were going to record on Tuesday, but then we're like, well, we got a game on Wednesday, and we want to see what happens because we didn't have a game for a while, right? Yada yada. So I'm just going to say the take still and extend it to our next match in about 10 days.
Gotcha.
For those who follow basketball or just know the name LeBron James, you'll know that for many, 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 many years now, he deletes his social media when the playoffs start. And he's made the playoffs for like 24 straight years. So it's been a long time. And when he does it, he tweets 0 dark 30 and then doesn't go on the internet for 6 weeks. And so when I saw the news that Uzuni deleted or removed all social media from his phone, I immediately was, 0 dark Uzuni. And I was going to talk about that for Wednesday's game. But you know what? I was right in hindsight. I was like, he's about to turn up 2 goal contributions. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. But I'm going to extend that. This is just going to be the rest of the season. He's going to be on a
0
great
dark
form.
Uzuni.
Yeah, just 0 dark Uzuni for the rest of the year. Keep that form going. Let your game do the talking for you. Yeah. And so shout out.
Nice, man. I like it. I know for me, I'm keeping it a little bit more topical. We do have the All-Star events happening next week, and so our lone representative, Brad Stuver, will be in goal. Of course, I think he's slated to do the crossing challenge, where Liga MX player will kick it from like the corner, and there's a striker that's supposed to try to hit like volleys and scorpion kicks and all that stuff. That and whatever shift he puts in at the All-Star game. Here's my hot take, or my preheated take, excuse me. A ball struck by a Liga MX player does not get past Brad Stuver during the skills challenge and the All-Star game.
So he keeps everything scoreless.
Nothing gets past him, bro.
That's a bold
just
claim.
Nothing, bro.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think, do you think he'll get play in the All-Star game?
I think he'll get play. I think he might get, like, I don't know, anywhere from like 30 minutes. Well, I'm trying to remember like how they were rotating out their keepers the past few seasons. But
he's the home guy. He's got to play.
That's what I'm saying is, it's like, and he's always been up there already to begin with. People just weren't voting him in.
Yeah.
So I think he gets a shout, man.
I like it.
But
I think you're right.
Yeah, man. Feel good about it.
You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the reviews of our past 2 games. The first one, of course, being the draw against New England, and then the midweek win over at LA Galaxy. So, going back, if you can stretch your mind back to last weekend, it was a toasty affair. You had the supporter groups showing out early to tailgate over on the D Loop beforehand. By all accounts, the vibes are positive heading into Q2. Less so on the way out, unfortunately. We did have a lot of rotation after last week's Open Cup match against San Jose. You had the likes of Julio going in for Svatak, Jean going in for Biro, Ilie for Sabo, and Diego Rubio in as more of a cam replacement for Owen. And then, of course, with BV9 out, you had Uzuni stepping in. Had a little bit of a lackluster game. I say lackluster, but he just wasn't getting it in. And yeah, man, I just felt like we started off strong, but there were some moments there just throughout the game where it wasn't falling right for us. And ultimately, that last little bit with Robert Taylor and Bukhari kind of getting their wires crossed, it just kind of felt like, guys, what's going on here? So what are your thoughts? What do you recall from the game, Lobar? And yeah, talk to me through it.
I'm having a hell of a time trying to remember anything from this game right now, to be completely honest, because my memory has been completely wiped by Wednesday. Yeah. More so I remember the vibe of frustration, right?
Yeah.
You're never happy on a 0-0 game, especially when you create some semblance of a handful of chances that are actually promising. I know, looking at the stats, Mirto had that one chance from right inside the box, had like a 0.57 XG that he just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, beautiful cross from Bukhari. Yeah.
Yeah, good save too. Whatever. I remember that. But yeah, it's just one of those games. It's the culmination of the season. Like, there's not much else to say other than that. It was frustrating. Defense did good, I guess. Stuver did great. And offense couldn't finish. And yeah, it was at home, frustrating against a team on paper we should have beat, or we could have beat.
Yeah.
And so the vibes felt lame. Especially when we were so excited. You were back in Murga. We were up in the shit, having a good old time, and we just could not. Yeah. It was a lot of, hands on the head, like mouth agape frustration.
Yeah. Pulling an Uzuni, just like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I will say I do apologize to you directly, Lobar, because I know you were in the row directly below me, like in the brass for Murga. And I'm a bad player for Murga because I do pay attention to the game more than I do the songs that we're playing. And so, like, when something bad happens, I'm always like tapping you on the shoulder, or like
I like
dude,
it.
what was that? And
yeah,
and you're
otherwise
like,
I'm flying solo. So I appreciate you like engaging me. Cause if I'm looking at you, I'm not watching the game. So
right.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anyway, well, looking on the brighter side of that game, which was definitely a continuation of Brad Stuver's form. I think he had 8 saves on the night.
Yep.
And granted, a lot of those chances for New England were a little bit, on the average to poor side. There were a couple of moments from Langoni, number 41 for New England, who definitely scared us. And we did earn a new Brad Stuver meme face that kind of dropped down like, oh
yeah, he was like,
that was kind of wild. Yeah. So, I mean, do you feel like this was, again, kind of just a continuation of his awesome performance throughout the season at large, or do you feel like there were some elements of luck kind of going our way to keep it a 0-0 draw? What do you think?
I think in this game, just given that he had so many saves, I'll say like 70% Stuber, 30% defense. Defense, any night that 0 goals are allowed, you did something right.
True.
So, shout out to them that way. I would, with very little memory of this game, I would say, fuck it, I'll say it was on 10 toes. The defense did their game plan of creating poor chances for New England, right? They were going to shoot their shots. They didn't shoot quality shots. Stuver got a bunch of easy saves in my memory of like, it's right to him. He saved it, on the ground straight to him. But he also had some good saves, right, to keep the game level. So defense did their part, creating poor chance, or letting New England get some poor quality chances. Stuver always does his thing in those big games. Get him some momentum, and he'll make some crazy saves. So
yeah, and I think it's important to remember you had the likes of Thomas Chankalai, who was largely a non-factor for the most part. Carlos Hill, who just got called up to be an addition to the All-Star roster. He was not really doing a whole lot. I mean, I'm trying to think the other Campana, who we all really wanted here in Austin for a while. Largely fell flat. So good on the lads for keeping that 0-0. And I think that's all we're going to say about that one, because that was kind of poop. And we do want to move forward to the win, which was the first win over at Carson. So shout out the boys, who have yet to secure a victory over at Dignity Health Sports Park. But thanks to our number 10, I know everyone's saying that we needed 10, but we already got one. His name is Mirto Uzuni, everyone.
True.
He had 2 goal contributions, and that led to 3 points for Austin. And just want to say I appreciate y'all. Y'all didn't have to send the happy birthday card, but I really do appreciate it. So thank you. But Lobar, you were watching from the very start because I was finishing up dinner plans, I think, as this game was happening real time. So you probably have a better recollection from
Yeah, I mean, the
start.
first 40 minutes of the game were just absolute poopy.
Yeah.
It was, both teams were straight poopy.
Yeah.
I
heard something about the ref was poopy.
Oh, yeah, the ref was also poopy. The game started, the first couple minutes were a blur to me because I was like just getting in bed and like bunkering down. And by the time I'm like fully paying attention, it's like 6 minutes of walking around. Stuber being like, dude, this ball is still flat. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Get new balls. And like deflate gate, MLS after dark style. Once the game got into rhythm, I will say this. So in the final third for Austin, Pepe for the first 40 minutes. Like not on the same page. They may have created a couple chances that were, whatever. But lots of errant passes, lots of poor decisions, lots of what we've seen a lot this season, right? Just like not getting gelling in the final third. But I will say, please,
I was just going to ask, do you feel like that was because of the reintroduction of Diego Rubio, like to start a match or something like that? I think, and pairing him with Uzuni.
Honestly,
I know they scored, but
I don't like. I think it was just, man, I don't know. I wish I could answer that question more confidently, but I think it was more of like a. We had a lot of counter chances and a lot more space than I think the players are used to. So with new faces, people in new roles, specifically talking about like Uzuni at the top, Diego playing that 10 kind of, Wolf on the left wing, right? Like there was enough change where it took a minute for the guys to gel. I'm not going to point a finger. Everybody made a bad pass. Everybody made a bad decision in the first 30 minutes or so. Yeah. But luckily for us, LA Galaxy are cheeks, and they were even worse. So I say that the game was absolute poopy because it was just a lot of shit passes, soft passes right to the defense. LA Galaxy struggling against one of the worst pressing teams of all time in Austin FC. Like, we just haven't been successful in a high press ever this season, it seems like, except for like the first game. So the fact that that worked was exciting. Yeah. Surprising. I do want to go back, though, and just like shout out the midfield specifically. There were some moments where they were struggling, and it is what it is. But we had some pretty lengthy stretches of possession that you just haven't seen consistently throughout the season. And many times where we would have made a shit pass to get to the final third before we even get there and just give the ball away. The guys looked a lot more together. Danny, Ilie, the back four, even the wingers coming down. I think Owen on the wing definitely helped there. Just like being comfortable in that midfield role and in possession and keeping the offense alive. So I think they did a great job, and I honestly think that's what finally unlocked the game for us in that 43rd minute when Uzuni gets his goal. So we can get to the action that you got to see, but that first 40 minutes was pretty rough, and I even tweeted that like, this is a tough game to watch right now. About 28 minutes in, it's like, geez, dude. There was an early yellow. That was the only thing I remember in the beginning. Cirillo got that yellow. I think he had his hand on Danny's face. He like smacked Danny in the face or something, and got a yellow early. And then dude just had the longest leash of all time from the ref the rest of the game until he subbed off. Multiple high studs on the ankle, stuff like that, like not being called, and the team kind of getting frustrated. Austin getting frustrated at the ref for it. Both coaches got yellows. Anyway, we take it from there.
That makes sense. No. I'm glad that you were able to bring that all back because I only caught the fun stuff. Like we were just getting back from dinner when we got the tweet from the club that, it was like Uzuni or whatever. And I was like, yes, our boy's finally locking out. So
beautiful goal too. Great pass by Rubio. Beautiful 2-touch on the left foot. Just no hesitation. Kick the ball before anybody can get set. Got to a spot.
A classic like Uzuni highlight reel excerpt, back when he was at Granada. And so, I think that, and then obviously his hustle play a little bit later on to kind of poke that ball in that whole jumble and give Owen the goal there.
Yep.
I believe that's Owen's first of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I saw somebody say open his account, which usually
I mean, he's been racking up assists like none other. But I mean, for his first goal of the year, that's good for the boy.
Him and Uzuni had a cute moment after that too.
Dude, the hug and all that.
Yeah, it's like the two of them together. Like we both broke through. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. No, that's good. It's good. I know for me, man, like the biggest concern I had was seeing their form leading up to this game, and how you were saying, hey, like guess who scored a brace recently? Joseph Paintsill and all this stuff for our best ball team, which I was like, okay, cool, but they can probably suck for a little bit so they can lose on my birthday, And I mean, we ended up doing the thing. They ended up losing, so I was cool with that. But now my question that I have is, I mean, after these two matches, you look at New England, how we performed against a kind of mid-table Eastern Conference side. We, held our own against prickly LA Galaxy on the road. Do you feel like we should be adjusting our expectations that the quote-unquote like winnable games are still winnable, or do you feel like we need to kind of assess it? And I feel like this is a very stock non-answer, but like take it game by game, I want to win a lot of games now, dude.
Yeah, I hear that. We've talked about this already. We have a favorable stretch coming up, right?
Yeah.
DC, Houston, FC Dallas, Montreal, San Jose again, SKC, Dallas. Like the list goes on. We have a pretty favorable stretch in the season, if we can call any stretch that with this team. And so, man, I think this is just a time for the club to showcase that resilience, right? In the face of injury. A lot of momentum in this city right now around the club and around the league with the All-Star Week coming, which we'll get to in a minute. I think this is just an opportunity to really capitalize on all the good things that have happened this year, all the things that have clicked. I said this last week, and I'll say it again now. I think the Vasquez injury is only bad, right? It's only a bad thing. But for Uzuni, I think it's a kind of blessing in a way to really just say like, okay, I have a clear role now. I'm going to go back to that. I harped on that a lot last week, but I really think that's going to unlock something in this team. I think we saw a little bit of that against Galaxy. And if you have any stretch to have a good run of form or to get the best chance to have a good run of form, it's this stretch. A lot of time between games, not that congested of a schedule. With Leagues Cup and All-Star Game breaks. So it's a game a week with a couple of week breaks in between a chunk of those. So a lot of rest, a lot of recuperation, a lot of time to look at film, a lot of time to just like keep training and build on all the good that's happening. So now once we get to like mid-September, different story. Shit gets pretty weird. With the rescheduled LAFC game as well, it's 7 matches, if not 8, if we make it to the Open Cup final, all before the playoffs.
Right. So, yeah, good point.
In like a month, in a 4-week stretch, we have like 7 matches. So not as ideal, but for now, I think we can expect good things. I'm hoping. I don't think we change our expectations until we see it even more. But hey, we're in a good run of form. 3-1-1 in the last 5. So fuck it.
I like it.
Let's win games.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Well, speaking of winning games and really good players that do that, let's talk a little bit about this All-Star break. Obviously, if you haven't heard the news by now, the 2025 MLS All-Star break is here. It's in Austin, Texas. And I know for me, I don't know about you, Lobar. We can talk a little bit about this, but this is my first ever like professional sport, like All-Star experience ever. Like never, did like a MLB or NBA or anything like that. But seeing the buzz on social media, like the league's website, like what I've noticed is that the connections to soccer that I have in this city, they have been talking about this. And that's a big deal because I feel like sometimes soccer likes to be somewhat isolated here in Austin and wants to do their own thing. But everyone is talking about in some way, shape, or form this All-Star break coming up next week. And so, man, how are you feeling about it? And have you been able to catch any of the events listings and stuff like that? Yeah.
Well, I'll answer the first part. I think at first, or up until now that it's right in front of us, I've been pretty about it. It's cool, obviously.
Yeah.
It's cool to host
Yeah,
the
yeah.
league and show off Austin. Like, we got a cool city, a cool culture, a lot of
Hmm.
good things around the club. So, like, that's dope. But for me, as the spectator of the league and like all star stuff has never really done it for me in any sport.
That's
Um,
fair.
I think, yeah, I don't need to get into it. Just it's never been that important to me. It's been cool when like the teams I like are good. The San Antonio Spurs had 2, 3 All Stars a year for like 15, 20 years. That's dope. So I
Yeah.
was always like, oh yeah, cool. Tim Duncan's there. That's badass.
Right.
I never cared about MLB, although this year's was pretty cool. From the clips I saw, I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I
yeah.
did. But it's cool energy. I think. So I think the league has a good opportunity here to really showcase their newest talent, in Austin, and like one of the newer teams, a new soccer city, a lot of momentum here.
Hmm.
The U.S. men's national team and women's teams are always here, So, um, also we're right down the street from Mexico, so you can assume there's going to be a pretty big presence of Liga MX people around,
Yeah.
fans that are
True.
here in Texas and also traveling.
Hmm.
So all things coming together, it's pretty cool. I think the one thing that stood out before I get to any events, the main thing that stood out is like the Liga MX part, because you're right. Like there's a lot of people talking about this around, a lot of just Austin is talking about the league, and I think this is where until you live it, you think the Liga MX thing is kind of dumb. You're like, why don't we just do East West MLS? But
Hmm.
once you're in
Hmm.
a city, especially one that's so close to Mexico and
Yeah.
is so entwined in Mexican American culture,
Hmm.
now you're like, oh shit, the Liga MX thing is pretty cool because everyone's excited whether they care
Yeah.
about Austin FC MLS or not.
Right.
It's fun. So that's been a fun aspect that I've seen around town. As far as events, I think the league is doing a great job and the city's doing a great job of like making it more than just the game.
Hmm.
They have the 2-day celebration this weekend. That's pretty dope. I might go out and check that out at
Oh yeah.
Auditorium Shores. Player appearances, games, giveaways, events, music, etc. Like that's dope. Little things like day of service, like that's just smart. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do, right? To
Community
promote the
activation.
community. Yeah, community activations, exactly. The art piece, the mural takeover. Like there's so many cool things happening
Hmm.
around the game that are very Austin, or that will showcase Austin as a soccer city and as just a modern American city
Yeah.
that I think are dope. I the looking at the events, actually, no way. They just updated it. Holy shit. No, they didn't. I'm tripping. The MLS Next All-Star game.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That'll
Will be
happen
at,
on next Monday, or
yeah, happens on Monday, and it's at Palmer Field.
hmm.
Yeah, Palmer
Yep.
Field. Not
Oh,
the
Cole
actual
Palmer.
Palmer Field, but it's at Cole Palmer Field.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. I looked and I clicked the link, and I was like, Palmer Field, motherfucker. Look at the map on the page highlighting this. It
Right.
clearly says Palmer Field. What do you... Come on, guys.
Hey,
So,
chill on
funny
the
little
intern,
gaffes.
man. Chill on the intern.
Yeah, funny little gaffes made me chuckle. And I
Yeah.
was like, humble as a Chelsea fan. Respect.
Yeah, I like it. Sneaking
So,
it in there.
anyway, I
It
just
is blue.
think the larger activations, it is blue.
Yeah.
All in all, the whole event around it is pretty cool.
Yeah. Because like for me, I always just think, oh, it's like that 1 day thing. It's in the middle of the week. It's always like a average to low attendance, because who's going to pay the money to see, people that they usually don't care about.
Yeah, the team, right?
But I am trying to lean in. I'll be honest here. It's like I'm trying to lean into the American side of being a spectator of sport in this country, which unfortunately or fortunately for some, it involves these types of events of, taking a break, out of the league and amassing all of your star talent to just kind of chill and maybe go 80%, 85% or whatever. And, if they jive together and beat the other team, cool. If not, then everyone laughs about it. And, but to all these other events around it, I think it's cool. So I'm excited, and I know that there are other things that aren't on the MLS website.
Of course.
I think if you follow When Where What on Instagram, everyone loves the blue square. They have a bunch of other kind of more niche, like
Supporters groups, American Outlaws type thing. Not that,
Soccer
but like
FC
those types
or
of groups.
Street
Soccer
FC.
Live. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of other stuff going on there. But yeah, I mean, the official events though, just like from a game perspective, you've got the All Star, the MLS Next All Star game, like you were saying, Monday the 21st at Palmer. That's at 7:30, and then you've got the Skills Challenge on Tuesday, and I believe that's at Q2 starting at 8 Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got the All Star game itself happening Wednesday, and that'll be 8 p.m. I don't know. Well, they say 8 p.m. on the thing here, and they usually say Eastern. So I don't know if that's 7 our time or 8. All I know it's in the evening.
Probably 8 because weather.
Yeah. Fair.
Late kickoff, so it's not all in the sun.
I feel that. Well, talking a little bit about the game specifically, and more so like the roster, there were a couple of additions added to this because we've got, from Austin FC, just in case you didn't know, listener, you have Brad Stuver, that was selected by Nico Esteves, who is, the manager for the All-Star team, as is customary for the host team, to have. But we did have Brandon, but because of his injury and his season being cut short, they did have a couple of replacements there.
Yeah.
I think Sam Surridge, is the clear, obvious replacement there. He's in form. But what about some of the other names that you noticed that were added in there?
Well, I'll say first, I was a little disappointed that Nico didn't grab another Austin FC guy. And that was before these were announced, but I was like, I hope he grabs another Austin FC dude to replace Vasquez so we get more representation.
Sure.
And looking at the list, I think there was an opportunity to, right? So you have Surgeon as one of the forwards, and then Pasalic as well from Orlando City, who's obviously a good. You made the right choice there. You're picking talent. I get it. You want to win this game. But then he picked 4 midfielders, some of which are more out-and-out wingers. Some play middle of the park, more advanced 10s. And I think we had an opportunity to take someone like Owen Wolf, who has had a very solid year. Great on the ball, very patient, a low turnover player, assist. Now he has the goal, right? This is, of course, after the players were announced that he scored yesterday.
Yeah.
But, a solid player, and if you want representation from Austin, like, he's a guy you look at.
Yeah.
And so all I'd like to say is I wish we would have picked like an Owen Wolf, or even a Danny Pereira, right? Like if you want to go legacy Austin guy. Yeah. But looking at the list, again, it's clear that Esteves wants to win this game. You got Carles Hill, great choice, obviously.
Yeah.
Christian Espinoza, that's funny, but also a good choice.
Yeah.
Mukhtar, of course, a recurring MVP candidate for the last 3+ years. And then Obed Vargas from Seattle, which if you're going to
arguably goes back to your Owen point, right?
Exactly.
Like a little bit more younger.
Why not? If you're going to do that, take Owen. Replace Vasquez with the Austin guy, in theory, in terms of the Austin roster spot. So good choices. I mean, you want to win this game, you pick talent. And the fact that Mukhtar, Carlos Hill, Surridge weren't in the first round of All-Stars is interesting, but also kind of a testament to the quality of the league in a way, the depth of the league. And so, I'm glad that Esteves wants to win this, but also Owen Wolf should be an All-Star. So, anyway.
Hell yeah, man. Fly the banner now, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He'll be the first vote for Owen Wolf next year, 2026.
Legitimately, he probably could be at an All-Star level next year. So,
yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, if he's still in the league, for sure, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and then the last thing I wanted to ask you about, and then also this is especially for the listener too, because our fan base is so varied in terms of its how do I say this? Just like propensity for supporting different aspects of our culture as Austin FC fans, and speaking specifically about like Murga and its role as part of the experience at Q2, right, on game days. But just a hypothetical, may or may not happen officially, but at an All-Star game, how would you feel, Lobar, if La Murga was asked to perform and be kind of a part of that, fabric of the Q2 experience that the league always talks about, at all these Austin games and stuff like that? Do you feel like that would be like a positive or negative or like a neutral? It kind of is what it is. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. I like it. I like the idea of it. I understand in terms of like a fit, it's kind of awkward, right? Because like on one front, tickets, right? Does everybody have to buy a ticket? Are you going to
Yeah.
be in the stands the whole game like normal? Does that mean in
Yeah.
the south end is a standing only section the whole game? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's little logistics things you need to figure out there. Also, from musically, like what you're pointing at gently is the plastic claims of like plastic FO funded supporters culture, blah blah blah, and
Right.
Merca's gotten a lot of that, which is silly, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those accusations, and so if Merga does do this, or if they were to do this, just I want them to just play the Austin songs and just
Yeah.
say fuck it. All right, Austin FC, right? Like
Yeah.
this is Austin. We're here to cheer on our team. Our team is
Yeah.
represented today, and you want to see Austin as a football culture. So a big part of that is La Merga.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of the culture. Like when you're on a broadcast, you're watching the game, but you're hearing La Merga,
Yeah.
And so I think it would be badass. I think it would truly represent Austin FC as a
Mm-hmm.
culture. I'm sorry, Austin as a soccer city, and represent
Yeah.
the club and the stadium atmosphere. I understand why it wouldn't happen because of all the logistics and other things that I named already.
The optics. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if it does happen, I'd be very happy. I think it should. I think it'd be badass, and that's a huge part of the game day experience of being an Austin fan. So like, why not show that off to the league so all those
Yeah.
fans and Liga Mekis and everybody else can see what it's like.
Yeah.
So
No, that's a really good response, and not because like yes, you read exactly what I told you to write, but I think just from my point of view, I'm thinking about this as like we might not get a chance to host this in another 20 or however many
we were
years
talking
go by.
about that this weekend. Yeah,
Yeah. And so it's like, if you're going to do it this one time, why not go all out? Because like there is some precedence of, some sound and instruments being brought to all-star games at different markets. And so I think because Merga does it so well and it is so integrated to the culture here at like a game day at Q2, it would just be so weird to take a group of MLS and Liga MX, which is, a large part of the influence that is behind La Merga. It's like this would be something that, kind of caters to all fans there, both MLS and Liga MX. They'll hear some chants that they're familiar with. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because I can only imagine as a fan of, you're a Nashville player or fan coming to Austin and you're like, what the hell? What are they doing there? But it's like, bro, relax. Like you don't get this.
If Merger doesn't play and you go and you watch this game, it's going to sound like an away game for MLS.
Yeah.
Because Liga MX fans will just do all the chants that every team knows that are pretty. They'll
Standard.
do basic chants that everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
That aren't like slanted towards one team or the other necessarily. And so, yeah, it's interesting in that way. Like, if there's no sound from MLS, like there's no MLS culture doesn't have that. Not everybody's gonna be like for MLS All Stars, But I know Liga MX fans will because there's some huge clubs in that league, and people are gonna be like, oh, they're Pumas players. We're gonna hype those dudes up. So when they're doing something, there's gonna be 1,000 motherfuckers chanting for those players,
Straight up, bro.
So
yeah. That, and I have this phobia of the "We love you" chant, and I would just much rather hear some Merga, on loop than "We love you, we
just
love
give
you."
me the drums and the horns, dude. Like,
Right.
even if we don't say anything, or like keep it very, when we do say things, it's the very simple chants that aren't as explicitly Austin FC.
Yeah, we're not
But
talking
just
about the
having
vote.
rhythm the whole game. The doom,
Right.
going throughout the game would be dope.
Hell yeah. Well, dope. Well, I appreciate you entertaining that question, G, and hopefully for the listener that was an engaging conversation there. We are curious to hear your thoughts on that, so please don't forget to at us on socials with your thoughts on that. When we come back, we'll preview our match on the other side of the All-Star break against DC United. Hang tight. Yo, Lobar, it is summertime, my man, and we got a lot of stuff lined up for Memento this season, G. I know I'm already looking at some concerts that I'm going to be going to, and obviously we got a hella, Austin FC games that we got to log. Why don't you talk to people about their favorite app?
Can do, dude. Memento is your sports scrapbook for Austin FC and your beta-tested music scrapbook for your music-going experience. Your games, your stats, your scores, a memento for every moment. Every memento is yours to personalize. Add your photos from Q2, tag the homies, and relive your unique experience. Each memento is packed with stats, so watch as your sports history grows as you add mementos for each game. From Austin FC, NWSL, and NCAA to the Prem, NFL, and NBA, track your fan experience from the palm of your hand.
Did you know that I've watched Austin FC 90 times, bro?
Damn. That's
How many times have you watched that? How many times have you watched that team, bro?
I think it was 87, and I just added the last one, so I think it's 88 total.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to find out how many times you've seen the team, definitely download Memento, help the pod out, and follow the link in the description or on our socials to start tracking your Memento. Thanks. And we're back. So, our league play continues in DC at Audi Field, the birthplace of the Legend of Pollo 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. In this clash against a weak DC United, second from the bottom in the East, it is important to remember that we are 100% 2 wins against this Eastern Conference foe. Lobar, the answer should be simple here. Can Austin make it 2 road wins on the bounce, my guy?
Yes.
Love
Next
it.
question.
Next question. Oh, damn. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I need a little bit more chatter.
I think this team, with 10 days break, with momentum, a good run of form through June and the start of July, and a little MLS All-Star host city high, can go to DC and handle business. So,
oh yeah. But Lobar, they have 19 goals to our 17. So what's up with that? And I mean, yeah, they might be leaking some goals at the back. I mean, they have 43 and we have, I think, 27 against. All that to say is this should be another multi-goal situation. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking so. Buki. Oh no.
Buki.
Bupe. Yeah, Bukhari's is getting in there. I think Uzuni continues his form. He's going to get in there. And I think someone who has not yet scored will taste goal.
Ooh. Like who?
Wabelt Tewo.
Wabelt Tewo?
Wabelt Tewo is going to score against DC United.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, that went weird there. But yeah, how are you feeling about it? You feeling big numbers?
I'm here for that, dude. Let's take it.
Yeah.
I like that Buka was shooting at the end of the last game.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get one. I like it. I like that shout. I think Uzuni's going to get a hat trick. And Robert Taylor is him. Maybe even a little CJ Fodry in the mix.
Yeah.
Por qué no los dos, you know?
I love it, man. Just all of it.
Yeah, a little 6-0. No, I like that. I think this is the team. I mean, they're bad defensively.
Yeah.
And we've been surprisingly okay on the road.
Mm-hmm.
For in terms of scoring, we scored some goals, including Open Cup.
Yeah.
And so, why not dream? I'll
Amen,
dream all
brother.
day if you do. Let's do it.
That's what we do. Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, that's short and sweet for there. I know the only thing I would say is I feel like DC tends to start a little bit on the stronger foot, especially like at home. So that would be the only thing that if we can stave off like an early kind of onslaught, I think once we get past that, I think we're home free. I'll set it up on the prediction side of things. I think we go a clean. This might be a good 3-1 win.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a cool 2-0. I think we deserved a shutout against LA Galaxy, and we kind of got robbed from that penalty call.
Yeah, dude. Screw that ref, bro.
That. Yeah, that was silly.
That was the softest shit ever. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so you think 2-0?
Yeah, I think a good 2-0. I think Uzuni gets one. Yeah. And then I think a Buka or Robert Taylor shout is pretty solid. So.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just in general, I think a defender is due for a header off a corner.
Yeah.
It's been too long. I'd like Zvatok to do it, but I'd be happy with him winning.
Can you imagine? I hope he's okay, by the way. I know that was kind of like a weird head injury thing that he sustained
I think he's fine
at LA, but yeah.
I think he's good. They let him play.
The solid snake, wrapped headband look is a complete vibe for him.
Yeah, the heart in his ear tucked in there for like the first 2 minutes of it, all like squished in. That shit was funny. I bet he's fine. But yeah, I think a 2-0, our attackers attack and our defenders defend. and Stuver Stews, and we win.
That's crazy, bro. That's the formula right there.
This is wild, bro. Take that, bro. I'm him.
That's it, bro. I love it. Well, let's get into some stoppage, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. Couple of trade rumors, or not trades, but like transfer news down the pipe here. So first off, I think the biggest news that we've seen so far is none other than Inter Miami signing Rodrigo de Paul from Atletico Madrid. Approximately, it's looking like a $13 million move, which will set him up to be a TAM player on loan until the winter. And then after that, he goes on to be a DP once that loan ends. And apparently it's set to be the second most expensive signing in MLS.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. I like this signing. He's a player that's not 37 for Miami.
Right.
So that's cool. I mean, he's 31, maybe 32 now. But yeah, I mean, he's in the tail end of his prime, which is going to be very good for them, I would assume. He's also buddies with Messi. Messi's still him, right? So like, good signing. I'm just really hoping that in like the next year or two, Miami keeps doing shit like this, so that the league can just scrap all the bullshit DP TAM stuff and just kind of be normal.
Just open the floodgates,
or evolve
bro.
it into a way that's more conducive to allowing this league to raise its ceiling.
Yeah,
because players want to play here, dude. Messi's here. Like, let teams compete for global talent in that way. Let us crack the top 10 as a league and stay in it. You know, I know there were conversations in the last couple of years, like right when Messi joined, that we're a top 10 league now, but we're getting there. So the roster stuff is stopping us from being there. So I hope signings like this continue to happen so that the league finally figures it out.
Yeah. No, here. I like it. Yeah. And I think moving on to the next deal, actually, just literally during our halftime break, you happen to catch this news about the Danny Pereira rumors, which are looking to be pretty much all but Bogart official at this point. The clubs are finalizing a move for Austin midfielder Danny Pereira to move to championship side Coventry City. Damn. Dam's
right. He's one of our last OGs around.
Yeah, dude. I mean, our first ever super draft pick.
Yep. Number 1 pick. He deserves it. He deserved it 2 years ago when he was like kind of peaking in terms of his dominance in the Wolf Ball system. Like he was just really, really informed then. And I know there are a lot of cool behind the scenes things coming out about from We Are Austin TV and Top Flight about the deal that could have been in 2023 that was declined because Danny was going through green card and all these other things that he wanted to finalize for him and his family, which is great. But it's been deserved for a while. I wish the number was a little higher. It's at 4 million on the dot, more or less, 3 million pounds, 4 million US. I think we deserve a little bit more money for that. A player of his caliber would ideally bring in a little bit more. 5, 6, 7, 10, fuck it. But good business either way. Kind of make up some. We brought in some new players in the midfield. I'll be really sad to see him go though, because when Danny's
no
playing
Danny,
well,
no party, bro. That was the OG saying. Yeah.
But going back to, not to extend this any longer than we need to, but going back to those conversations earlier in the season of like it's going to be one of Owen or Danny who falls, like who's the one to get sold. It makes me think we plan to keep Owen around longer, give him a more and even he's been starting every game, but like solidify that role. Like you are one of our core pieces, and the midfield awards, like with Nicky, Bloko and Sabovic and Dubrasarski and Ilie for however long he's here. Like I think it's Owen's midfield now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
But shout out Danny, bro. If it's true, which it looks like it is, you're gonna do well for Super Frank. So
I love it, dude. I feel like a Danny Pereira in that championship side goes on that semifinal against Sunderland, and they win it, and they go on.
I think that's spot on, man.
It's gonna be great, man.
He could be in the
It'll be
Prem
good to see. That's the
months,
Austin Chelsea collab that we were talking about. It's happening, man. So good for him.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's move on to the next round. We've got Austin hosting Gold Cup runners-up, the U.S. men's national team. That'll be Friday, October 10th at Q2 in a friendly against Ecuador. You think we see Moises Caicedo? Yes or no?
Yes, because I'm gonna go, and I want to see him. So yes.
I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. I don't think, because this is not a world qualifying World Cup qualifier for Ecuador.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of on the tail end stages, if I'm not mistaken, of their qualifying. I don't think they risk it.
I think you're right. I mean, I'm putting out the vibe that he's going to be there because
that would be
like to
crazy.
see him. But they're a great team either way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Paul. I might have told you this before, but I actually studied abroad in Ecuador.
Stop. What? No way, dude.
Bro, it's crazy, right? And when I was there, it was in the summer. When I was there, they played multiple games that I watched with my host family, and they were like all in on it. So I watched a lot of Ecuadorian national team football.
Yeah.
Mostly drunk, but good times. Like I had a good time. So like,
hell yeah,
they've
dude.
always been a fun watch. They're a good team.
Of course.
Castillo being there, and so this is one of the games where I'm like, for the opponent, I'm gonna go. Like I want to see an Ecuador-U.S. game. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure it'll be a good game nonetheless. I think I am at this point right now protesting the U.S. men's national team and just their continued employment of a certain Thomas Pochettino, or not, excuse me, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Where did that come from? Mauricio Pochettino as manager, because it's not going to look pretty next summer, I think. And we'll see, man. We'll see. But
kidding.
But yeah, I might go with you. I might wear yellow.
Bro, let's do it.
We'll
Let's
have fun.
time. If Moises is there, bro, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Dope. I'm sold. Okay, moving on. We've got the UEFA Women's Euro knockouts, which, holy crap, just literally this afternoon before recording, England and Sweden were down to the death in PKs. I'm not going to lie, it was not the best shootout I've ever seen. The keepers were just
3-2?
saving some easy shots, but England edged it out. You know, they will be facing Italy in the semifinal, who edged out Norway. And we've got Spain versus Switzerland and France versus Germany tomorrow to set up the other side of the bracket. It's been crazy ball out here, bro.
Bro, this is a World History Majors dream matchup right here.
Right. Straight up, just all the big names.
The Allies versus the Axis, bro. Let's go.
Pretty much, dude.
I was in a meeting with a coworker friend of mine talking about work stuff, but we were following the game, the England game. He's British, and so he was like, "Lucy Bronze, I know you're a Chelsea fan." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, always." Yeah, and it's fun to see.
It is so interesting because every women's Euros, it's like, well, I mean, even the men's Euros too. It's like this because Chelsea is massive like that. But you're always going to have a little bit of Chelsea in every squad, it feels like. And so when you see Hannah Hampton saving a shot from Joanna Kennerud at Sweden, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know?
Yeah.
Lucy getting past
in the locker room.
Bjorn, it's like, oh my gosh. But anyway.
Yeah.
Good for the three lines. Yeah. Yep. This was a good one. Luka Modric is somehow still getting paid to play professional football. Just now as an AC Milan player. What?
Crazy, bro.
What?
If only we were following Serie A next year, you know?
Yeah.
Be a little more fun in that way. But that's cool. AC Milan, on paper, they could do something. So, you know.
That's true.
That's what's up.
Yeah. The likes of
legends.
Yeah, the likes of him and, you know, Captain America. I think Raphael's still over there and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting. But now, I think this is the last and the most important stoppage point that we have, and we got to do this right. But Chelsea FC are world champions, G.
It's crazy, bro.
Dude,
crazy.
Not enough excitement on your end, I'll be honest.
It's more just shock and awe. I didn't want to yell. Like, it's stuff's happening in my house and people are busy and it's just
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my cool. But no, it's it was worth it because I came in 21. Is that when y'all brought me in? You and Logo? Was that 2021? 22.
I think it was 22. I think
22.
It was just as the sale was getting finalized. Yeah. You came in right with the new regime.
I came in with the new regime at our lowest point in the last 15 years. And it was a tough season to watch, but the steady incremental improvements have all culminated to this we're going back to UCL play and we're taking on the same quality opponent that we saw in PSG, and we just dominated them.
Yeah.
Uh, it's awesome to see, dude. Shout out Cole Palmer, he's him. Shout out João Pedro, fucking dope.
Yeah.
Perfect. Like, what a debut for him in the
For real.
Club World Cup. So no, it's sick, and just so much excitement for next season now. This is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. My cheeks have been like nonstop sore just from like smiling and thinking about it. And it's like, dude, you just had the Conference League winners that everyone likes to mock and laugh at and then go like, that's a fake league or fake trophy. And then you just had them beat the Champions League winners. Like, bro, we've been saying this. Farmers League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, like you said it really, really well. And I'm excited. It's just all kind of leading up to this really informed group of young players, that are gaining that experience together. And it's going to be really scary. And
bro, a core group. I mean, I can list so many players, but like Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Reece James, still him, João Pedro, just coming out of nowhere to be like, hey, I'm also him. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Neto's him. Like, great player for this team. We have
Don't forget Esteval. Yeah,
of course, Esteval. Right. The proven commodity, dominated in the Club World Cup himself. So like, having him join the club, right? We're rich with options, and they're all like in that same. They're going to be. They're going to be together for the next decade. You know what I mean?
That boy said, "Ojalá que." I love it, dude.
Dude, So like, it's exciting, man. Like we have this core is fucking insane.
Yeah,
and they could be here through, when I'm fucking 40. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a good time to be blue, and carefree wherever you may be, bro. Like it's what it is. But yeah. That's enough of that because I don't want to be too much of an insufferable Chelsea fan. But it is what it is, bro. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it.
Anyway. Shit all the time.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and close it out. As always, we appreciate y'all kicking it with us on this week's episode of the Verdependent podcast. I've been Paul Fletes. You can find me at Paul and UFC, a government name.
I'm Logan Bartlett. Oh, shit, that's government name. My bad, bro. I got excited.
You got more excited about that than Chelsea being world champions, bro. I can't believe it.
Pondering and being reflective. Damn.
Go ahead, bro.
And I'm Logan Bartlett. You can catch me on Twitter at LobarVHLM.
Hell yeah, man. And before we forget, we totally forgot to mention this earlier during the All-Star stuff, but I'm pretty sure you boys might be joining the likes of the North End and David Goss and the group over at Soccer Wise Tuesday evening. Is that correct?
That's the word on the street. I'm going to show up either way and just be there.
Yeah, it would be at Haymaker, I think is what I was seeing. And so yeah, we don't necessarily have all the details, but we'll update on socials as soon as we find out. But
also, funny bow to that. Danny Pereira is supposed to be on the episode as well, right before we might go on.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting. You see David Gass on Twitter today, being like, "Hey Austin, could you just wait a few days?"
For real? Yeah.
And they did not. So
yep.
Close it out. Sorry.
Hell yeah, man. Well, as always, keep the chatter going online by following at the Verdependent on socials. And yeah, as always, like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. That is an episode, y'all. Peace.
As always, peace. I'm such a goober. Oh, why are you screaming at me?
Oh my God.